Hello. I wanted to just explain in more detail what our mini project is all about and how we go about completing it. This mini project is due on Monday, October 3rd at 4 p.m. So your students received this piece of paper. It's blue for them on Thursday, the 29th. And I just want to go into detail for everyone, so both parents, guardians, and students know how to complete their project to get all of their points. So in class, your students picked a product that they like to eat. So I saw a lot of chips and cookies, different brands of chips and cookies. I saw ramen, but your student picked a food item that they like to eat. So now what they're going to be doing in this project is shopping for the best deal. They get to pick from 3 of the stores listed. They can pick King Soopers, Target, Safeway, or Walmart. They just need to pick 3 of those stores. They can actually go into the stores if they choose to, or they can shop online. If they shop online, I put the actual links on their piece of paper, but I also posted them on Schoology, and I will show what that looks like in just a moment. But once they pick their item, they're going to look at how much it costs at the 3 stores they choose. Once they do that, they are actually going to compare the items. So they can choose, if they choose Pringles, they can choose to look at the Pringles at King Soopers, Target, and Safeway. Or if they wanted to compare 3 different brands of an item, they could do that. So, for example, some people may have chosen chocolate chip cookies. If they wanted, they can compare chocolate chip cookies from Chips Ahoy. They could choose from Annie's, the Annie's organic brand. They could choose from a store brand of chocolate chip cookies and just see how they compare in price and what would be the better buy. No matter what they choose, they need to write down the total price, the size of the product, and if they bought, which store they chose or what brand they chose. Once they've done that, they need to find the unit price, and that's what we've been working on for the last 2 days, is unit price. They find the unit price by dividing the total price and the product size. We are going to be practicing our rounding, which we did on Thursday, and we're rounding to the hundredth spot. I did tell the students they should use a calculator to do their division, but they have to show me their rounded answer. Step 5 was one part that I really didn't get a lot of time to explain in class, and it was the checking of our work. We check our work by taking the size of our product and multiplying it by the original rounded price of our, or sorry, not original, but our unit price. And we should get pretty close to the actual price of the item. That's how we know we found our unit price correctly. And we're going to do these steps for each store we choose. So what does that look like for work? I'm actually going to do a mini version of it right now. Your students, this is the back side of their mini project page, wrote down the name of their item that they are going to look up. So for me, my example is Chex Mix. I love Chex Mix, and so I'm going to see what's the best store I can buy my Chex Mix at. So I'm going to just choose to keep Chex Mix because that's a name brand, and I'm going to look at 3 stores. So under store/brand and size, I'm going to first label the stores. I think I'm going to look at King Soopers, Walmart, and I'm going to look at Safeway. So your students do need to label what stores they look at, or if they're going to choose a different brand, they need to tell me what brand their item is. Well, what's next? Next is I'm going to shop online because that's easier for me. So I'm going to go to our Schoology page, and on the right hand side it says Better Buy Mini Project. If you click that, it's another description of the project, It also has an electronic copy of the piece of paper your students received, but it also has the links to the 4 stores they can shop at. So if we click the link, it will open a new tab to the store. You might have to click continue. Okay, once the page loads for the 3 stores that your student chooses, and I've clicked King Soopers tab, I did click the Walmart tab, and I clicked my Safeway tab. What we're going to do is in the search bar, we're just going to type in the product. So I chose Chex Mix. So I'm going to type in Chex Mix and I click search or enter. As it's loading, it's going to show me the options that I have. Now, I tend to eat a lot of Chex Mix because I think it's a very addicting snack, and I like the original traditional flavoring. So I'm going to click on this item, the second one, that's the blue bag, because I know that's my favorite type of Chex Mix. The information that I need to write down on my piece of paper is the price. So the pickup price is $4.99. And the size, and it's telling me the size of my bag is 15 ounces. I did choose the family size. So when I look at the other stores, I have to make sure I look at the family size bag. So I'm going to go back to my work page, and I'm on the King Soopers, and what I'm going to do is write price equals, and it was $4.99. And then I'm going to write size. And the size was 15 ounces. And that's the abbreviation OZ for ounces. What I'm going to do is show my work in the box. Now, I did say we can use calculators, so let me be clear about the work we're going to show. We need to have everything set up correctly. So to find the unit price or to show our work, this is our division. So on pieces of paper, I want to see your students show me the division that we have to do $4.99, where it's making a rate, over 15. To get to my unit price, we divide by the denominator, which is the size. So I'm going to divide top and bottom of my fraction by 15 equals, I have to write my answer below because I ran out of space. But this is what I'm going to show. In the denominator, I have 1, and then my units were ounces originally. And on the top, this is where your students get to use a calculator. So they can use the calculator that's on their computer in their search bar. If they just start typing calculator or calc, it should pop up. And I'm going to type in this division question. 4.99 or $4.99 divided by 15 equals. And I get this really, really big decimal. Now, I told your students that's okay, but we are going to copy down at least 4 numbers after the decimal. So I'm going to start copying 0.3326. That's enough for right now. Under the unit price, we have to round our decimal. So this is where the rounding happens. We practice rounding on Thursday, the 29th. And when we round to the 100th spot. So I'm going to rewrite my fraction. I have 0.3326 per 1 ounce. To round it, I am going to circle my 100th spot. That's the second number after the decimal. I'm also going to draw an arrow pointing at its neighbor because my neighbor decides if I round up or if I round down. So when rounding, if my neighbor is 5 or more, I'd add 1 more to my circle. But if my number is 4 or less, I get rid of the rest. And because my neighbor is a 2, that's 4 or less, so I get rid of the rest. I'm going to rewrite my answer nice and pretty. At King Soopers, the unit price is 0.33 or 33 cents over 1 ounce. To check my work, I multiply the size of my item, so it's size times unit price. So the size of my item was 15 times my price is 0.33 equals. It's okay for them to use their calculator. So I'm going to clear my calculator. I'm going to type in the multiplication. 15 times 0.33 equals. And I came out with 4.95. Whatever answer I get on my check should be pretty darn close to the original price at the store. And that is $4.95 compared to $4.99. That means I did my unit calculation correctly. From here, I do it again for the Walmart and my Safeway accounts. So let me just pause and show you the final answers. So after your students go through the same process and they look at the other stores, they write down the price of their item, they calculate the unit price with a rounded answer, and they check their work, we need to answer the final part of our project. And it's which store or brand has the best price and why. Well, to decide what's the best price or the better buy, I'm looking at the unit price. Whichever store has the cheapest price is my better buy. So at King Soopers for my Chex Mix, the unit price was 33 cents. At Walmart, the unit price was 26 cents. At Safeway, my unit price was 40 cents. So what was the cheapest price? Well, Walmart had the cheapest price for my Chex Mix of the same size. So what I'm going to say is an actual sentence, and I'm going to just pause to write that. So what I'd be writing is that for me, Walmart had the best price, and it is because it has the cheapest unit price. That I'm being clear when I say that just means I'm spending less money. The explanation as to why shouldn't be more than just a sentence or two. I did 2 sentences, one to tell me what store had the best price and the reason why. Now the reason why should be the same for everyone. I hope this helps clarify what we are doing for our mini project. And again, this project is due on Monday, October 3rd at 4 p.m. Thanks. Bye.